Robin and Dana here with you today. Welcome to Ageless Women Cooking.
I'm pretty excited because we have another sweet treat for you, but it's a sweet treat with a purpose. You've probably noticed we have a thing about coconut oil and coconut ingredients, but it's with a purpose. It's so good for your health. So we want to tell you a couple reasons why it really makes complete sense to get a tablespoon or two of coconut oil or some coconut flakes, one of our key ingredients today, into your diet every single day.
So today we're actually going to make coconut macaroons, chocolate coconut macaroons, and Dana and I were talking about the main ingredient, which is this unsweetened shredded coconut, and this is actually 90% of it is actually coconut oil.
And it's funny because when you feel these flakes, they don't feel a little teeny bit. When you actually squeeze them, you feel a little bit of the oil, but there's a beautiful texture. They're unsweetened, but they're, of course, the key ingredient in macaroons, but you can use these actually for a lot of different recipes. Now, a couple of the reasons you want to get coconut oil in your body every day. Interesting study Robin was sharing with me. They were trying, or I shouldn't say study, an interesting thing that happened in the chicken pen, in the chicken coop. They were trying, some farmers were trying to fatten up their chickens by giving them coconut oil, and they got thinner. Ha! You know why? Because coconut oil goes straight to the liver, and it can be utilized as energy instead of getting stored as fat. Your body can use it so well, and your brain loves it too. And studies with Alzheimer's patients have shown that it improves their mental function, unlike me who can't find my words today.
So here's a few more benefits. Coconut oil actually helps with hunger, makes you more satiated. They've shown in studies that people that eat coconut oil actually eat less calories because they're more satiated. As well, it lowers the cholesterol, really good for cholesterol lowering, and it helps to stimulate the metabolism.
And the other benefit, and this is not just eating coconut, but putting coconut oil on your body, is it's antimicrobial, antiviral, and antifungal. And you may have heard of a technique called pulling, and it's for dental health, where you put coconut oil in your mouth and you squish it between your teeth. You know how they do that, like you're gargling, you know, when people gargle and they do that little swishy thing. And it's supposed to pull bacteria out, and it's becoming a pretty popular practice. So have we convinced you? Coconut oil, healthy without sugar added, is a great thing to add to your diet. So let's make this really simple treat with just a couple key ingredients.
This is such an easy recipe. It's quick. It won't take you very long at all. So we're going to start with unsweetened shredded coconut, 3 cups. We're going to toss that in that other mixing bowl.
Okay.
And then a half a cup of raw honey. We always use raw honey, and if you can get local honey, even better, because it can help with allergies if you get the honey from your local bees. We're going to add in a half a cup of cocoa powder.
And that whole half a cup is only 80 calories, but it really gets things very chocolatey, very fast.
So we've got some canned coconut milk here, and I just want to show you, sometimes you can shake this up, but when it's in the can, it doesn't always blend. And I don't know, you can't see, whoops, I do that all the time. But this is like, it comes out really clumpy. Can you see that? It's kind of a mixture of liquid and white stuff. So
that's normal, it just needs to be mixed.
Exactly. So you can see, all I did was mix it up with a spoon, and it looks like a rich, creamy milk or cream now. And you want to make sure that you get it all mixed together so that you're getting the right components of the milk. So we're just going to do a half a cup. Go ahead and put that coconut milk in the mixture. And then we're just going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. So while you're mixing that up, I'm just going to be careful that I don't over pour here.
Right, it's getting really chocolatey.
And then we're going to add a half a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Oh, I love the smell of cinnamon. It reminds me of fall. Ooh,
Doesn't that smell good? Okay, so all that gets mixed up together, and then we're going to add to it, in a moment, we're gonna blend up our egg, and we're gonna make an egg white, poofy and fluffy. What do you call that when you do that?
Meringue.
Oh, like a meringue.
I think.
So I'm gonna let Deanna continue mashing and stirring here, and then we'll do our egg. Deanna, make sure that you blend that really well right now, and you get everything mixed together now, because when we add the egg, you want to do it really gently, and you want everything already completely combined.
So kind of when you smash with the spoon a little bit, you can see maybe some of the white coconut that hasn't been permeated with the honey. There we go. Okay, good. It's looking good.
So now we want to just whip up a little egg white with a pinch of salt. So remember, you need to separate that. I'm gonna try to crack this egg and not get too much shell in.
Some eggs open better than others, don't they?
Is this how you separate an egg?
It is, and I'm successful about 3/4 of the time.
And this one is coming out good.
There you go.
I like to get as much of that white off as possible. There we go.
Before it breaks, the shell breaks it, and my dog will enjoy that. I noticed that you
Does
let
your dog like the shells?
My dog.
My dog likes the shells.
I don't think so.
Okay, so in our egg, we're going to put a pinch of salt.
Okay.
That's it, just that. And now we are ready to take our hand, what do you call that, hand mixer?
Or whatever you use, but I mean, I'm old school.
Yeah, so we're going to whip this up, and you want to whip it for about 2 minutes until it starts forming those peaks.
We'll see you in a minute. Here we go.
So you can see we whipped these up for about 2 minutes, and they are firm.
And don't miss the end of the show where we made all sorts of faces for different emotions while we were whipping it up. They'll be in the bloopers, I am sure.
Okay, so now you just want to take this with a spatula and fold it in completely into the mixture, but gently, be gentle.
So I'm going to kind of divide this into little spots. So let me just lift this so you can see what I'm doing, and you can admonish me if I'm failing, Robin. I'm just going to try to kind of cut it in, right?
Yeah,
because you want them to be fluffy.
Yeah, and they've got enough air in them. You just have to combine it in there. It's, you know, that's some of what you just did is disappearing, but somehow it works. Okay, so just keep stirring it in until no white is showing anymore.
I'm kind of just slicing through the batter a little bit instead of stirring, so I know that it's probably not. Oh yeah, you can see a little fluff in there. I think that's good, Robin.
Yeah.
Next step.
Next step, we've got a cookie sheet that is lined with, this is unbleached parchment paper, only because we wanted to be environmentally friendly and more healthy, but parchment paper. That way you don't have any worry about sticking. You can use an ice cream scoop or a tablespoon. We're just going to make rounded balls, and you want to kind of pack them down.
So that there's not a lot of potential for them to fall apart after they're after they're off the baking sheet. Okay, so nice little. Is your ball bigger than? Oh, your ball's way bigger than mine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep.
Is that too big?
Nope. Go for it.
Okay. Well, this one's a little bit smaller, I think, but I figured.
Well,
that's really. I figured ice cream scoop is bigger than a tablespoon, but that was a little on the huge side.
She's made two, and I don't even have one. You know what? I was a really good student when I was in, junior high and high school and college, but you won't believe this now because once you watch me doing cookie balls, my first D I ever got.
That's good.
My first D I ever got was in art.
And I don't make them, you know what, I make them a little
flat. You didn't
flat.
listen to me, you didn't feel
Sorry,
bad for
I'm
me.
not listening to her. I'm watching what we're doing, but make them a little flat on the bottom. See how mine are kind of rounded and then flat?
I told you I flunked art. No,
Yeah.
I didn't flunk, I got a D.
So rather than making them a totally round, kind of round the top portion,
Round the top
and then
flatten the
kind of flat on the bottom.
Man, she has high standards for
Yeah,
macaroons.
not quite so they don't look like big turds. We are having fun. Did you know this is one of our first evening shows that we've done for cooking? So,
And it took us forever to figure out the lighting. We had to stop because I have a western exposure on my house and the light was coming in and we looked like
zombies.
Well, zombies with wrinkles.
Anyway, for being ageless women, we had to change the lighting. So we are going to finish making these macaroon balls, and we will pop them in the oven, and we'll be back as soon as they're cooked.
Okay, so she's 5 to 2. I'm behind. See you in a little bit. Yep.
So we are back, and our macaroons have cooled for a little while. Probably about, what, half hour?
Yes.
So we are ready to just taste them.
They smelled great cooking, and
Oh my gosh, they smelled like a brownie cooking.
we'll tell you what we think.
Mmm. The center is still a little moist. Can't talk because it's in my mouth. The inside is like, it's like crunchy on the outside and then almost gooey on the inside.
It's a little bit like a brownie,
Mm-hmm.
a German chocolate brownie.
Mm.
You know how German chocolate cake has coconut? This is a great way to get that coconut oil nutrition. Cup of tea, cup of coffee, middle of the afternoon pick me up, little over 100 calories, really satisfying.
I can't stop eating it.
Lots of fiber too. I mean, decent fiber for a cookie.
She's talking about fiber. I'm just talking about this is really good. You've got, well, let's just start mixing it. So we're gonna, where's our big bowl, Deanna?
What are some other benefits?
What we just
Stop right there. Take a look.
And
Okay,
a quarter.
where's the cinnamon?
forgot it.
This is going into the bloopers. We've forgotten half the ingredients.